This is probably going to sound really, really familiar. Even if I can't be loved, at least I can control how I am perceived. Now, I know there's a part of you that really doesn't want to care, but there is a part of you that may be obsessing about what he's saying about you to his friends. Now, this is going to resonate a hell of a lot if you are an anxiously attached woman, and stay till the end to learn why. If you spent a lot of this relationship trying to be the very good girlfriend, trying not to be too much, being a little bit of a performance artist, and then it ends and he leaves anyway, of course you're going to be anxious about this. Of course you're going to be riddled with anxiety thinking about what kind of story is he painting of me to people. And you may have heard it a couple of times, but if you are an anxiously attached woman, it probably means that you grew up feeling like love was conditional. So being misunderstood means that you are rejected. Him and his games and trying to navigate and understand the emotional wreckage and confusion that is that relationship is not your job anymore. You are free. Sister, it is time to clock the fuck off. You're seeking validation from external people, and especially your romantic partners. What happens is when you go through a breakup, your ex becomes this symbol. It becomes a symbol of how worthy you are. And so when they start running around and saying X, Y, Z about you being crazy or too much or whatever, it's like your worst fears are coming true, because it's not just the internal fear that you have yourself, now it's out in the open. It's worse when the person that has caused you so much pain is also the one that leaves, is the one who is also now kind of controlling the narrative of what happened in your relationship. You're left with all of this shame, and they're the ones that kind of get to walk around all calm. Now, if you are a person who is ruminating on what is being said, thinking about what is being said, normally it comes from a place of unresolved guilt, perfectionism, because us women, we've got to be perfect, and the unjust reality that you don't get to actually explain your side. And this can be especially triggering if you grew up in a house where being misunderstood meant that you got a punishment. Oh shit, yes, it's even more triggering when you go through a breakup. So all of this spiraling is really your brain trying to fix the narrative and close the story. So what do you do with all of that? Honestly, worrying about what this guy is saying about you is the equivalent of worrying about what a little child is saying to his friends in the sandbox at kindergarten. Instead of worrying about the story he's sharing about you, focus on the story that you're writing for yourself in the next chapter of your life that does not include him, where you are free, you're focused and flourished and in your lane, baby. The second that you two broke up, your paths were separate. You've probably already wasted so much time worrying about what this guy is doing and saying and where he is and who he's dating and all that shit. Now it's time to focus on you. So let him have his little kiddie puddle playground gossip. You focus on you and building your new empire.